Don't forget to subscribe.
Welcome back to another episode of Right or Wrong. We were gone for a couple weeks because life was lifing, but we back at it.
Respectfully.
I'm your co-host, Man Brown Jr. This is Donald Hardaway Jr. And we're here to tell you what we think about these right or wrong situations.
They say we listen and we don't judge.
That's what the internet be saying, right?
No, by default, we judge.
For sure.
By default.
For sure.
All right. So what we talking about today? We got a bunch of stuff. Immigration. We got
The ICE raids.
right ICE raids. The Doug Christie situation.
Yeah, and Chris Webber.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris Webber. We got to talk about that. Not necessarily the situation itself, but certain points of it.
Some things we want to see happen.
Yeah, in terms of deception and all that. Yeah, we're gonna figure that part out. Get some women accountability in this situation. Some female accountability.
Yeah.
Overall. And then set up a story you wanted to talk about.
Tyler Chase.
Tyler Chase. Yeah.
Black man accused of murder for defending himself, self-defense at home.
Let's go immigration first. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, let's go immigration first. So, ICE raids. People protesting all over the country, right? Now, when Trump was running his campaign, one of his things was, I'm going to get all the illegal immigrants out.
Yeah, he said gonna have the largest mass deportation.
That's what he
in
said.
history.
That's what he said. Now, by default, that's what's happening. The way that it's going down is what people disagree with, right? Which is not good, bad, or indifferent. My thing is, what immigrants are being targeted, though? Right? Is it the immigrants that we know are here undocumented, illegally, and doing crime? Are they getting?
I mean, I haven't seen no videos of that. I have seen videos of people being taken from schools, people being taken from workplace.
Right.
I've seen a lot of that.
Okay.
Where they just coming in, taking the people that was working.
Right.
They grabbing people from court.
Yep.
While they trying to get there, you know, because they not here legally, but they going through the legal process.
So
And
let's
ICE grabbing people
So let's talk about that. Let's talk
right
about
when
that.
they coming to the end.
Right. So this is the issue, right? Let's talk about that part. So, if you got somebody that's going through the naturalization process, first of all, it take like 5-10 years. They say you got to be here at least 5 years before you can even apply,
Right.
right? So you got somebody that's going. It's a lot of immigrants who pay taxes,
Right.
right?
And get no benefit from those taxes.
And get no benefits from no taxes. Now, they going to report wherever it is they supposed to report at, right? Those are the ones that's getting snatched up.
Right.
That don't make no sense. But
I agree with you. It don't make no sense.
I think that's low-hanging fruit. Like, they can find the ones, like, they undocumented, but they are documented. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's a little crazy.
My thing is, I think it's all like a diversion. Let's make it a big show so that people are talking about this and they don't keep their eye on the prize. They don't keep their eye on what I'm doing over here in the backyard with my meme coins and my Melania coin and all the businesses I'm running and enriching myself after presidency and, you know, getting a $400 million gift from Qatar.
Right. And talking about coins, we should start a black coin.
I
Like,
agree.
the black people should start our own currency.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. We need to look into that.
Yeah. We should look into that. I mean, listen, because people listen. You know, businesses market to black people specifically
Right. So
because they know our dollar don't last in our community for very long at all.
they
Not
say
a whole,
6
not,
minutes.
not even a whole cycle.
They say 6 minutes, man.
Out of here. Out of here.
You get paid, go straight to the Arab store. You get paid, go straight to the Chinese.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. You don't hardly spend any of that with another black business. Hardly any of it. So, but let's keep that on the radar though. We're gonna start a black
Meme coin.
Yeah,
or,
meme coin. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, either a meme coin or a true crypto.
Yeah, some kind of crypto, yeah. Okay, all right, that's one idea. So the immigrants, right? First of all, that phrase all by itself just has a bad connotation, right?
Yeah, I think it should just be undocumented.
Yeah. So, I got a question for you. So we haven't seen any footage so far anyway of them capturing a violent
Criminals or gang members
Exactly.
and anything like that.
We haven't seen them like rally them up and send them back, right?
Right?
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
If somebody is going through the naturalization process, right, and they commit a crime, do they get deported automatically?
If they convicted,
Because they got to go through due process.
right.
If they convicted, they're not doing jail time, they gone.
No, they're not doing no jail time. They getting expedited expeditiously. Like the jury come out with the vote and say guilty.
Guilty. You on the next train.
They walking right off the steps of the courthouse, right into the bus, right to the goddamn airport. Pew!
Gone.
They gone.
That makes sense.
No ifs, ands, and buts about it.
I mean, if you're going through the process already.
I mean, I'm not gonna deport them because they stole a piece of meat because the family was hungry. But you out here terrorizing.
No. You out here doing crime. I mean, real crime.
Yeah.
You selling drugs, you robbing, you
Any of that.
Fraud.
Big fraud.
Hold on. Say, let's go Arab stores, right? You go there, they selling Lucy's, hot foods with EBT.
Oh, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him, bro.
I'm just saying, they get caught.
I'm the feds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a thorough investigation before I clip them. Now, selling cigarettes, the Lucy's, that's illegal. But that's
illegal.
state crime.
Okay.
But using food stamps, that's federal.
That's federal.
And I'm gonna get you. And take you to court. And when I win, man, I'm gonna drop you off from a parachute. I'm gonna parachute you back into your country. You gone.
You gone.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I key that. All right. So businesses are really a gateway to find some of these undocumented people, right?
Correct.
So you got all these old white people up in arms protesting for the process, right? But these are the people that's hiring the jobs that won't nobody else do. So let's be clear about this. Let's say you do get all the immigrants out of here. Let's say you do. Who gonna go pick oranges and apples and?
No, they
Who gonna do that?
No, they're gonna bring them back. They just bringing them back so they can abuse them.
Huh?
Yeah. All right. So like, it's been the core workers that's been here for forever.
Okay.
10 plus, 20 plus years. And they in the process, they going through the process, but they being protected. They got like, there's some farmers unions where, the workers get some protection, so you can't just abuse the worker.
Right.
So, but what they want to do is they want to deport these people.
Patricia Ann Harris.
Wow. Hey, Meta, send the voicemail. They want to export them, meaning get them out the country,
Okay.
and bring them back on these new visas they got. I forgot the actual letters of the visa, but it's a temporary visa
A working
for
visa.
working,
Okay.
right?
All right.
But it also allows the employer to have control over whether you get to become a citizen.
But that's still I can still abuse you like that though.
Right.
Because whatever
That's
I
what they
don't
wanna
like,
see, they-
whatever
but
you don't like that I'm gonna
They
do.
want to try to
I'm
get rid of their
threaten-
protections
I'm gonna threaten to take your visa.
every time. You don't want to work 60 hours a week? Okay, I'll take your visa. You gone. I'll rescind your visa. Now you're gone.
Now you out of here.
Right?
Yeah.
You got people that, you know, especially a lot of these men, working to provide for their family, and they stuck between a rock and a hard spot.
Yeah.
Do I work or do I complain?
Oh, you can't complain because they're gonna take your visa.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're going to send me back.
Yeah.
So, you
I
working,
mean, so
you working in bad conditions. So it's basically like slavery.
Who's controlling the visa? The employees, the employers?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of backwards. So what if I change jobs?
You ain't changing jobs. You ain't got no choice. You signed up through this. There ain't no changing jobs.
Oh.
You on the farm, bro.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. That got trouble written all over it. I ain't gonna. That got trouble
Don't
written
you
all
know?
over it. Yeah, that got
So
trouble.
that's
written all
why
over it.
when I say it's a distraction, they're like, oh, we're losing this group of people who's doing the picking and stuff. No, what they doing is they taking them out and bringing them back the way they want them so that they can abuse and use them even more.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't.
That's it.
Yeah, that's.
But that's what ICE is doing. They
Yeah,
helping.
that's a little nefarious. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really. My point is this, right? I don't want somebody that's. You going through the process. Now, granted, the process takes longer than you want. Like the application is 5 months, 6 months for your application. That's not even the end of the process.
We
So
need
granted,
more people.
the process do take a long time, but they know they got you in the queue, and now they deporting you. Like that's, and you're not like you really following the rules.
Right. You could be at court. Like a couple of people have been at court about to get their stuff finalized and been snatched out of the court.
Oh no, that's crazy. That's a little extreme. That's a little extreme.
And you always got news cameras around, making this a big debacle, distracting the people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But
no,
that's what it is for Iceland.
Yeah. I don't like that for them.
That's the Trump administration way. Do so many things at once that people can't keep up with it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the strategy.
So, wait a minute. Hold on. He still got some time left though. He still got some time left.
Well, I mean, if we take back the House in 2026, it's over. The House and the Senate, we can get them back.
Well, it doesn't matter because this is second chance. It's over. This he can't run again if he wanted to. So we really just got to wait him out.
That's
just
the
gotta
way
wait 'em out.
the way they doing it is because they don't think it's going to be another election.
It's gonna be another election.
Now if
It's
Trump
the
can help it.
process, bro. You can't. No. You cannot truncate the process.
Okay.
Okay.
He
The
lawless,
exchange. Listen. No. This is what makes America. People will say, this is what makes this country better than other countries is the peaceful exchange of power. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
however
if I
long
stop
this
the
country
election process or I get rid of all
Nah.
the voters.
No.
So you're saying there's nothing that can be done to turn this into an authoritarian state?
One individual, right, during his presidency is not going to end the presidential election process that this country is built on. Like that's just insane.
Okay.
No.
Do it seem like he trying?
So him and Elon Musk falling out was a distraction too.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
All they trying to do is weaken government, weaken the pillars that beforehand he had all these people that were not on the right or the left. They were about the government and the people, and they stopped them from doing a lot of things.
They did.
So he want them all gone,
So he can
so he could just put loyalists in, and whenever I say do something, they just do it.
Yeah. If that's his strategy,
Yeah, he brought all these lawyers in, these all law firms in. He made them bend
He
the
could be
knee,
smart.
give them money,
also he trying to make it so that they can't.
go against him.
You know what I'm saying? But the time is going to come. There's not going to say, oh no, in this special circumstances, and him as a president, we're going to give it an extension because we don't think the country's ready to vote for another president yet. So until that time comes, you just going to stay the president. You think that's what's going to happen? Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I'm telling you what his goals is, bro.
Well, it ain't going to happen. That's a low. That's a
That's
bit
why he
much.
was like,
That's a bit much.
Christians, Just get out and vote. You won't have to do it again. We'll have it fixed up so good.
No, that's a bit much.
All
That's
right.
a bit much. No. Your guy defending himself. Now he's facing murder charges.
Yeah, Tyler Chase, man.
What happened with that?
Out of Virginia. He's waking up. He is awakened late at night to people banging on his door, and he's thinking it's a break-in.
Okay.
So he ended up shooting. It was 3 kids, 3 teenagers. I don't know why they out at 3 a.m. Banging on his door. From all accounts, they was like they damn near broke in. He ended up shooting 2 of them, and one of them died.
Oh.
So he got 2 out of 3. One got away scot-free. One got hit. One got unalived. And yeah, so now they're trying to charge him with that.
Did they ever figure out why the boys was at his door?
Oh yeah, they was supposed to be doing a skit for TikTok or a challenge for TikTok.
Like ding dong ditch kind of?
Yeah.
Oh no. Like people gotta stop. Like this whole no.
But this is my thing. If you was just doing ding dong ditch, right?
For a
How you-
skit?
how would you-
For a skit? Like for views? You're doing this for views?
My thing is, why are you still around the house? Why didn't you just bang on the door and leave? How you around? There got to be more to it. Let's keep it real. He didn't chase them down the street and shoot them.
He shot him at the door.
He shot him at his house,
Through the door.
right on his property. Whatever's going on.
He shot through the door. I don't know. I'm asking.
We got to get all the full details, but I'm telling you, this is a self-defense case. And it's not the first of its kind. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not taking that from you. I'm just, it's. So what did they intend to do? Record his upset reaction from them banging on his door that early in the morning?
I have no idea.
Like, is that? Oh, it's a prank. It's a prank. It's a prank. Is that what they're gonna say in the end?
Like you said, people that's doing these pranks, they gonna learn.
Man, listen, they gonna learn, bro. That's not. No.
I'm just saying, it's 3 a.m.
No.
I got my family in here. You creating a
respectfully,
ruckus.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's smoke. It's
You
smoke.
you want all the smoke? You coming to my house? You ain't got no
Yeah.
business even in my yard.
Not 3 o'clock in the morning.
No.
Yeah. Everything about that situation lines up incorrectly.
Yeah, starting with the charges.
Well,
They ain't investigate. They to see what they're doing. They charging.
but he hasn't been convicted, obviously.
Right, but the charges is the biggest part.
Yeah.
You charge, you get arrested, you go to jail. Now you can't provide for your family while you trying to get this
Thing going.
situated.
Yeah.
That's an injustice.
He might not even get indicted.
Huh?
He might not even get indicted. In some places, indictment take like 45 days.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna follow up on it.
You know what I mean? Hopefully he doesn't get indicted. But they gotta research it and you gotta go through due process. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't.
Due process is the thing these days.
So I'm saying, you it's not like they can say, oh, they was in your yard and then you shot them and that's that. So we're just gonna walk off.
No.
No, they're not gonna do that.
No, that's not that.
Of course, you know, is the gun legal?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, legally only.
okay. I was gonna say, if the gun is illegal, that's a little controversy. But it's not, so.
Yeah, if it's illegal, it's still gonna be a charge for having an illegal gun, but that's not the situation we have here. We have a law-abiding citizen
With a carry
in
permit.
their home.
With a carry permit.
Yep. You don't
Protecting
even-
his property.
You don't need a carry permit in home.
I'm just
You
saying,
need a
but
carry permit if you're carrying on the street.
I understand that. But I'm saying
He in Virginia.
Is that an open carry state?
Might as well be.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm asking.
Might as well be there. You got a lot of guns down there in Virginia.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested to see how that unfolds. I don't see him serving time for this.
Hopefully not. Hopefully he don't even
Does he have a
have to
ring
go
camera?
through
Does he
it.
have a ring camera? Did they say anything about it? I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
I haven't seen Discovery.
Okay.
I just seen the arrest.
Because the camera gonna show it all. The ring camera gonna show it all.
For sure. If they got it.
If they got it. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say free him, because doesn't seem to me why it doesn't seem. I mean, he's in jail because you got to go through the process.
Yeah,
But
free Tyler.
Yeah.
All day.
and the charges are serious, so it's not like they could let him out
yeah,
on his own
real serious.
recognizances. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not like he sold a bag of weed and paid a bond and now he out. He coming back to court.
No,
This
he
is
probably
murder.
he probably get a bail, but it's gonna be
It's gonna be crazy.
so much he probably can't afford it.
That's a
You know what I mean?
He's not gonna be able to afford it. He black too? Tuh.
Well, they gave
Tuh.
they gave the guy in Texas, they gave him a bail, and he was able to bail out. The young guy, the track star.
Oh, okay.
So they gave him a bail.
Okay.
But here again, self-defense. You charging people when people, well, in this situation, on the with the athletes, you got somebody coming over and putting hands on you, and you told them don't put your hands up, don't put your hands on me.
Mm-hmm.
Now you do it and not react. Now I'm wrong.
No. And I don't like that.
Me neither.
I don't like that. I think that's wrong, right? Because you can't go around. Listen, you cannot go around provoking people.
And getting in people's personal space, though.
Exactly. You're in my space. You see what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, he want to go home just like you wanted to go home.
Exactly.
But you went too far.
But you went too far.
Yeah.
It's too much. Too much. Doug Christie raised a daughter. Yes?
Correct. A daughter that he thought was biologically his.
That he thought was biologically his. We find out recently
Rumor has it.
that's not his daughter. Right? Chris Webber daughter.
That's what they saying.
Right? Now, she was already in court suing him, from what I understand.
Who was already in court soon?
What's her name? The mama.
Talking about Doug Christie's wife?
Yeah.
Or ex-wife?
Ex-wife. Yeah, they was already in court. She was already in court trying to get him for everything. Yeah. I'm not clear on how the paternity test came up, but it came up. Right? Because you think however many years later, she's the daughter's almost an adult now. She's like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Late teens, early 20s, from what I understand.
Yeah, I think somewhere 22, 23 or something like that.
So, what I found interesting, this is what got my attention. When the mama offered her daughter hush money.
What?
Yeah.
You lying.
No. She was supposed to come to
She tried to
court.
pay her own daughter off.
Correct. Daughter blew her in. Hey, she tried to give me some money to keep me quiet.
Listen, it be your own people, don't
No, she's not on her side.
I'm just saying, it be your own
Like,
people.
you got to
don't-
know that girl is hurt. She writing a book too about, you said, raising somebody else or living someone else's life or something like that.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, she writing a book
I'm
about
gonna get that
it.
one.
Right?
I'm gonna get that one.
Now
from
they
my
say
library.
that Chris Webber been around, floating around in the basketball world. It's a small community,
Right.
right? And they were teammates. So he would be by, and like he knew that was his daughter. And this is the whole issue, right?
Damn,
He knew.
you gotta state that in your opinion.
Huh?
You can't state it for facts because you haven't
I'm not saying okay.
haven't seen the documents.
I'm saying what the language is.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm saying, but the language is that she knew that wasn't his daughter. The language is Chris Webber knew that was his daughter. Like them two knew. That's the
Okay.
language, right? Now, Doug Christie being the gangster he is, I'm suing you for everything.
Yeah, because this is a fraud,
This is fraud.
big fraud.
Big fraud. You see? Not only that, he is setting precedents, sir. He is setting precedents, sir. Right? By now saying, listen, I want all that money back.
Right. I'm here, and I'm cheering for Doug
Yeah.
because I want this to be. I want him to win and set the
And
precedent.
set the precedents. Absolutely.
So that
Absolutely. Paternity test mandatory.
Mandatory.
Now, for
Automatic.
everybody.
Automatic.
Automatic
You having a baby, paternity test.
paternity test. Right?
Married,
Before, so
unmarried,
you know you married.
undocumented.
If you married, if you married, they put in the dad's name. They put in the husband's name on the birth certificate automatically.
No more of that.
No, you got to do the paternity test first. Then, once you confirm that is yours, put your name on the birth certificate.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Right. Now, if we confirm that is not, I'm proposing that the man. Okay, so you know how they say her body, her choice?
Right.
I'm saying that if you marry and you find out that that's not your baby, the husband gets to make the decision on whether he wants the marriage annulled or not. Like it's over right now.
Right. No matter how many years, though, right?
Don't matter.
Okay. So if they married 15 years, right? I'm going to give you an example. They married 15 years, right?
Okay, go.
They got 2 kids already, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this new change comes into effect,
Okay.
right? And they happen to have
Another
a new
baby.
baby. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Right?
I'm following.
Boom. Go through the process, find out that baby not his.
Right.
He get to annul it if he want to.
It's over.
Say
It's
we
up.
was
It's
never
and
married.
I'm saying it's entirely up to him.
I know, I'm saying if he want to, he just get to say, it was like this only been a 6 months relationship.
Yep.
He could just sever it.
It's over.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's over. So if there's a prenup, nothing. You leaving with the shirt on your back, like nothing.
Oh.
And
That's gonna stop a lot of
And no. And I want more. I'm adding a fine.
a fine,
Yeah.
not just pay the money back.
Because Christie saying let's not raise this girl for all these years. I want my money back.
Right.
Right?
That's
So
not
I'm
a
saying
fine.
no, but I'm saying
Okay.
it's gonna be a fine.
On top of
Yeah.
paying them back
$2,000 a year.
for every year you.
I'm just throwing the number out there.
I
$2,000 a year.
thought 3,500. That sounds better.
Let's go 3,500.
3,500 a year.
3,500 a year. So if this baby is now 2, and we do this paternity test, and we find out that that's not my baby, right?
$7,000.
That's $7,000 you owe me. Like your check getting garnished.
Automatic.
Automatic garnishment. That's what I think should happen.
Gotta put a stop to that, won't it?
Yeah, but I'm saying the garnishment is happening whether you married or not.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I want
When
to be clear.
you commit the fraud,
When you commit the fraud,
that entitled to the garnishment.
there you go.
Bing, 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 bing.
Bing, bing, bing. Yeah. They prorate that. So if it's not a whole year, they charge it. They break the 3,500 up into 12 parts.
Okay, 18 months.
18 months.
18 months.
Whatever that is.
20 months.
Listen,
you know.
if it's 10 months,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
yeah. So she won't have to pay that whole $3,500.
She got to pay the amount she frauded.
Whatever that 10 month worth of fraud is.
Whatever she frauded.
Exactly.
No, take it one better. From the moment she told him it was his. Oh, I'm pregnant.
No,
baby.
no. Told him it was his, or had him to believe it was his.
Yeah.
I'm
From
just
that
saying.
moment. So she 2 months pregnant. Those months got to count. I'm not giving you just from the months from the baby was
When the baby was born.
born.
You
No.
starting, okay.
I'm starting in an incubator period.
Oh, so you 9 months in automatically.
That's what I'm saying.
So you gonna get your year. You gonna get your year. Okay. All right, I'll buy that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah,
give
yeah.
them they just
yeah,
do.
Yeah. So what I'm proposing is a process, right? You go to this building, you do this paternity test. They're gonna keep y'all separate though,
Okay.
right? You go in one room, she go in another room. When it's time for the results to come out,
They hand out the paperwork.
hand the paperwork.
individually.
You gonna get an envelope, she gonna get an envelope. It's gonna be the results, right?
Yep.
Whatever happens to her on her side is her side. I'm talking about the guy's side. In that moment, you get a chance to make a decision, right?
Do you want to forgive and let live,
Yeah,
or do you want your freedom?
right. Now understand this too. If you say, nah, I'm all set, I don't care about the results, you gotta eat that.
Yeah.
You're done.
You're done. You lose all.
Yeah. You can't come back later. You got
I'm in
it's now or
agreeance.
never.
I'm in agreement.
Yeah. You can't wait 6 months later and do it again and be like, nah. Can't do that. You gotta make your decision now.
This is your time to make a choice.
Yeah.
You can look at the results, live with them, split up, move forward, whatever you want to do.
Right.
But this is your opportunity
This
right
is your
here.
chance right here. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all for that.
I think that's fine. Well, first of all, if Doug Christie is successful, right? Because there's so many people, there's so many men who are paying child support for children that are not theirs. Or, how Weezy said, 18 years.
Oh, no, that's Jeezy. I
Jeezy,
mean, we
Kanye.
mixing them all up. Kanye,
yeah. Kanye West, right?
And after 18 months,
Found-
18 years, found out it wasn't his.
Right. That's sickening. Now imagine she got to pay 10 years back. Instant, that's 30, come on,
$3,500 a year for 10 years.
Yeah.
That's $35,000.
$35,000. Getting, your 10% is getting garnished.
10% garnishment.
To that 35K is paid back.
Check this out. Check this out.
Yeah.
Let's say she making $2,000 a week, right?
Okay.
But her take-home pay usually about $1,100.
No, that's not about right. Maybe 12.
You gonna
13
get
generous.
okay, yeah, cause she got 2 kids. Maybe she bring home 13.
Okay.
When she claim it,
Okay, dependence and whatnot, right?
but he getting $200 off of that. So now your take-home pay
9.
$1,100.
Yeah, down to
between $9 and $1,100.
Yeah.
And you'll be giving this up automatically
Until you pay back.
until you pay back.
Until that man is made whole.
With interest.
I'm not gonna knock interest.
With interest.
I'm not gonna knock interest.
8% interest.
That's a lot. That's 8% is crazy.
It's like a car loan.
3 or 4% maybe.
Yeah. You gotta have good credit for that.
Okay, well that's a whole nother situation.
If she got good credit, then we'll give her 3 or 4%.
I'm saying think about the gravity of this, right? If I tell this man that this is his baby and it's not, and he take me to court about this, right? I'm gonna owe him, if it's 2 years, I'm gonna owe him $7,000. Just know that. Like that. I want that to be the new. I want that singed in women's minds. Like, yo, stop playing these baby games. Like that's not.
Right, because that's not right.
It's not right.
Because you done got this man, he done grew attached to this baby.
All of that.
Caring for this baby, giving up. Not only just caring, we ain't just talking about the deadbeats, because we got to get something for the deadbeats, but that ain't in their situation right now.
No, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about women right now. You see?
It's got to be some accountability.
It's got to be some accountability. I think that's where it started at. Paternity tests, first of all, paternity tests should be mandatory, period. Married, not married, it don't matter. Paternity tests.
I believe that.
Huh?
But why do you think the internet, these women out here not getting off on Jackie? Why they not going off on Jackie?
Oh, because she wrong. They're not going to crucify their own. Jackie knows she wrong.
They should be getting on her like they got on Remy.
Nah, she's not that popular.
That's what it is.
She's not that popular. She put on a good front for the show though.
She do.
You know what I'm saying? She got all kind of other money problems with the, they found all the offshore accounts and all that other stuff. They found all that stuff.
Yeah, she was stealing money from
Yeah,
him.
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what the original court case was about.
She was stealing his money.
That's crazy. She was
You know the level of greed you got to do to be putting my
she was
money?
taking everything from that man, yo. Knowing that that's not your baby. Just think about how deceptive that is, bro. Knowing that's not his baby, and you know who the father of that baby is for real, and y'all just right here chilling.
Listen, bro, she should go to jail for this shit. If he win, she should go to jail.
Man, listen. She lucky he ain't try to commit murder. That's enough to kill. That's enough. That's somebody try to kill you for that, man. That's a lot of ruckus, bro.
This man out here putting his blood, sweat, and tears on the basketball court to earn his money.
Yeah.
Tearing up his knees, ankles, ligaments.
All that.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's got to be some accountability when you do dumb shit like that.
That's a fact. And this is the accountability we're talking about. Oh, I'm going to take it a step further. 'Cause I'm piling it on.
Okay.
I'm piling it on.
Let's give it all to him. Let's give him everything you got.
You can't get public benefits without a paternity test.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You got to show your paternity test to sign up to receive public benefits.
Listen, bro.
Like your Social Security card. Like
they'll be sick.
Part of your application.
They'll be sick.
You can get medical coverage without it, but that's it. Because everybody deserves medical coverage.
You're not gonna get. What about the food stamps?
No, you get nothing. Not without a paternity test.
They can get WIC though.
Not without a paternity test.
Yeah, they gotta still be able to feed the kid.
Okay, wait, that's fine. I'm talking about public benefits. I don't know about you, but I pay taxes.
I pay taxes too.
Oh, you pay taxes too?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you know some of that tax money is going to this process.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying that people don't deserve a hand up, because that's what it should be for.
Yeah, hand up, not a hand out.
No, but you got people, you got women who are having babies because they can get more public benefits.
Yeah, I hear that stuff, bro. Listen, man.
I know this for a fact.
I hear this on the bus, yo.
I'm gonna go get a new case. I'm
When
gonna add it to my case.
I'm literally driving the bus one day, right? And the lady like, girl, you done had that baby, you can go down to DSS, you can get your own apartment.
Yes. Yeah.
Not get a job, not work harder, go down to DSS so they can give you your own apartment.
Get your case open, pay for daycare, X, Y, Z. Yeah. I'm not saying there's something wrong with that. What I'm saying is,
Nah, I'm saying when it's being taught
yeah.
as a way of life.
Yeah.
That's not
That's what's
not a
happening.
good thing. Not to teach it as a way of life.
You know that lady. You know what she gonna have to say in the future. Listen, if this thing goes how I want it to go, you know what she got. You know what she gonna have to say as a part of that conversation. Also, got your paternity test.
No, so no more that I don't know who the dad is.
No. No. You're finished. You cooked on that. That's the thing of the past. Now you do know. I do know this much though.
It's gonna be a lot more child support going on too.
When you go down there to apply for benefits, you do have to list. You do have to name somebody as the other parent. That much I know.
Right.
Right.
But it should be the real parent, not just any name thrown out.
Exactly.
We ain't gonna just send any person through the ringer trying to get this money back, because that's what DSS be trying to do, trying to get their money back. Like,
Listen to what I'm saying to you, right? If this paternity test becomes a thing, right? You got the birth certificate with the dad name on it, with the real dad name on it. That's why you got the paternity test, right? So you got the baby birth certificate and you got the paternity test results, right?
mm-hmm.
Those names got to match up for you to get anything.
Yes.
You still got to pay your fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still got to pay the fine. It's gonna be a fine for sure.
What fine though? Hold on, you lost me. What the
I'm
fine?
going back to the $3,500.
Oh, okay. The stuff that they, you know,
Yeah.
from doing it wrong.
From doing it wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. So now it's gonna be a thing, girl. That better be your baby, because if not, you have to pay $3,500, and they gonna get their money out your check.
Well, okay. What if she don't got no job?
It's gonna be on her credit report. That money is coming out.
So we damaging the credit and everything.
Listen, when you go do your taxes, you think you're getting your chunk back because you're gonna claim all your kids?
We're getting that.
What? It's part of the garnishment. Part of the garnishment.
He making it brutal for you ladies.
Part of the garnishment. Fuck all that.
Accountability
Yeah.
at its best.
Yeah. You don't work all year.
Because y'all holding guys to account.
Yeah.
Y'all making them pay.
Yeah.
Even when it ain't theirs, you making them pay.
And this
so
is why
it's
we
gotta be some accountability.
And that's
for
why
y'all.
we having this conversation. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, right? You do your taxes, you file, you got all them kids. You're gonna get your little, you can get your little 10K back, 8K, 12, however you do it. If you owe that man 2 years on fines, they taking it.
$7,000.
It's gone.
It's gone.
He gonna get that check. You can have the rest of it. The rest of it is rightfully yours. But claim that baby next year. You get it all next year. Right? I'm just saying. That's my, I would love to see that level of accountability in the process.
Me too. I think
You know what I'm
I think it'll be a good thing for the world. At least for America. I don't know what they got going on other places, but
Yeah,
at least for America.
mandatory paternity tests, mandatory fines for however many years you had this man thinking that was his baby, and it's not.
So, what's today's off-the-cuff question?
Yeah, I got a question for you. I'm gonna
I'm gonna shoot from the hip.
You don't got no choice because you don't know the question. Right? How serious do you think a man's pain is? Not like physical, like emotionally.
As it comes to what?
Like in general, like do you think that men's pain, like when we're going through stuff, do you think is given enough attention?
No, it's not giving enough attention. But the pain be serious because you got people committing suicide all the time, you know. The pain be deep, it runs deep. They really feel like they got nobody to talk to. They got to be strong for everybody and everything.
Yeah. It's a lot of
And,
pressure.
You know, it could bring them to a quick ending point sometimes. You know what I mean? And sometimes they can fight through it. But that pain run deep, and there's not enough attention brought to it. Actually, last month, wasn't it last month? Was it May? Mental Health Month?
Men's Mental Health Month?
I think it was in May.
I don't know, but I do know that.
Hold on, check this out. I'm gonna find out.
You want me to ask Mother? You want to ask Mother? You want me to ask Mother?
When is Men's Mental Health Month?
Men's Mental Health Month is observed in June.
It's this month.
This month is Men's Mental Health Month. So the question is up: is we
right here?
We right here.
Yeah.
So you don't think that men's, and I'm not saying I'm not discounting mental health. Just like life ain't no crystal stair for no man. It's hard out here being trying to be a stand-up guy and do stand-up things and you know be right, try to be responsible and get no, I don't want to say, maybe validation is the word I'm looking for, or being dismissed, or being like not giving you credit for all the hard work that you're putting in, being looked over.
Yeah, looked over. I think that's best. That's
what
what
I'm
I
saying?
do. As in, that's what you're supposed to do. That's it.
I mean, some of it is what you're supposed to do, but it's also like, you know, thank you. Like, thank you for like
They don't get enough of
protecting
that.
us. Like,
They don't get enough
in
of
general,
that.
you know what I'm saying?
Don't get enough of that.
Like we all sleep safely at night in this house because you're here, right? Because we talked earlier about the man who shot the boys.
Yeah, I was just saying, not in his case.
Not in his case. I'm just saying.
He wrong for doing that. He wrong for keeping his family safe. So the government say.
Now let's look at the stress he's dealing with right now.
That's what I'm saying.
He did what he was supposed to do. He in a jail cell right now.
And there's no accountability for the kids that did what they did.
None.
But you trying to hold him accountable for protecting his family.
Right.
Make it make sense.
Yeah. He in an emotionally tough spot right now. You know what I mean?
And now financially.
And now financially. Because you listen, you stay in jail too long, you can lose everything. 90 days doesn't sound like a long time, but 90 days, don't pay your rent, don't pay your mortgage for 90 days.
Bills don't stop just
Bills
because
don't
you're locked
stop.
up.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. He could lose his job, he could lose his house, he could lose his car.
For sure.
He could lose everything. He could lose everything. From doing
The right thing.
what men are socialized to do.
Protect their home.
Protect the house. Now, they're gonna say possibly, if you heard these things, why didn't you call the police? They're gonna ask that question. They're gonna ask the question, why didn't you call the authorities?
I did call him. Come pick him up. I'm just saying.
Huh?
You come into my space?
Listen. There's a sign that I saw. It say trespassers will be shot, survivors will be shot twice.
Again. Survivors will be shot again.
You see what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying.
Because you know what? In some states, like, they could sue you. They end up surviving, they sue you. Dead people don't sue.
Dead people don't sue. But nah, I don't. I was thinking about this. I wanted to ask you that question because, like, social media has made it very difficult for people to express themselves. I mean, you see people expressing themselves on social media all the time.
Yeah, but you got a lot of
like the
keyboard
comments,
warriors out here. Yeah.
The comments will shake someone's soul if they're not strong in themselves.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? And social media is doing what social media does in terms of people getting the attention that they would like to have. But when somebody is like dealing with an emotional situation, and to not acknowledge the emotional state that they're in because they're a man, is
And that's why to bring it to the mental, because that affects his mental. That emotion gonna go in and affect his mental stability.
I mean, as a patient person, bro, I observe you be patient on several occasions where I obviously lost my marbles. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you gotta sit and think. My thing is always to think first, because I don't want nobody telling me what to do.
Yeah, but that same
I
patience.
don't want nobody telling me to go to the bathroom at a certain time, or I can't go to the
Right.
bathroom, or it's shower time, or
Yeah, but
it's
that-
child time.
Yeah, but that patience also kind of feeds for you dealing with more anguish than someone else would deal with. So, because you seem unaffected by a thing, you seem like you're not, like you unfazed, you unbothered, right? Mm-hmm. But on the inside, you dealing with it however you dealing with it.
That's true.
And that's not healthy either. Like to just hold it all in, that's not healthy either.
Right. It's not all the way healthy, but it's more healthy than going to prison.
It's definitely more healthy than going to prison. I give you that.
So we can't always be reactive. There's some situations where you may just blow your top,
True.
right?
True.
But was it necessary?
I mean, after the fact, the answer is going to be no.
Right.
But hindsight is 20/20. That's you know.
That's why you gotta take everything one at a time. And you always gotta think before you react. Always.
You know?
So, because it could be your life. You blowing up. That could be you
That could be
blow
the
up
end of
at
the show.
somebody, and somebody blow up at you, and they might have the upper hand. That could be the last day on earth.
They could unalive you. You could get unalived. Okay.
So,
Yeah. I just heard a story just a couple nights ago. Kia boys hit some lady truck. She followed them. Right?
mm-hmm.
They took her down some side street, hopped out the car, and just pulled guns on her.
Wow.
What's she chasing them for? What is she following them for? To get information? Or is this road rage? Is she following them to get information?
I mean, if she was following them, she should have got the license plate number and called the police and
Let it be.
let it be that.
I hear you. I hear you, but she pursued him. I'm just saying what happened. That's I don't know what her motivation was.
Yeah,
I
but
can't speak to any of that.
That wasn't smart for her at all.
She almost got unalived though.
Right, and I'm saying that's not smart. One, you a woman
One
by
year old.
yourself.
Yep.
What it was at night, right?
Yeah.
Get the license plate number, call it into the police, go
Right
on
on.
about your business. Because if things had went bad, now your family planning a funeral
Yeah.
because you doing the most.
One of my favorite clips that I've seen, and this is also what motivated me to ask you this question, right? One of the best videos that I've seen on a short YouTube short was a man sitting on his back porch, right? And he had this spool of wire, right? And he's just sitting there holding the spool of wire. It only had like maybe a little bit left on it. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And his wife came out and she asked him why is he upset, and he went on to tell her, I'm looking at this spool of wire, right? Like, I've had this spool of wire for, he said something like 30 years or something like that. right? And this is all that's left. Like he was sitting there thinking about his life, like his life in that spool of wire.
Yeah.
Like this is a thing for me. Like this is my.
Yeah,
like,
we
you-
at the
like-
halfway point
yeah,
now,
like-
bro.
Well, I'm just saying, you like this spool of wire like had heavy representation for him in all the jobs he did, in the time that he spent in his profession. He was just reflecting. She says, "Oh, you had your Jets hat on. I thought you were upset because you had your Jets hat on." He just looked at her. That crushed him.
Because she paid no attention to what he
No
said.
attention to what the real problem was. He just looked at her and stood up and walked off. You see, he was not seen. He got looked over. His
Yeah.
real issue got
But
looked
the-
over. Like,
but the thing is-
and on top of that, he tried to share what was going on with him. He shared with it. No, he did.
She lacked listening skills.
That was a heavy moment for him.
I'm saying, I'm not making excuses for her.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is she lacks listening skills.
Okay.
Being able to listen is a skill. I learned
I agree with
that
that. Yeah, it's a skill. I believe it.
when I was working at Hillside.
Active listening is a skill.
Right, you have to. And she wasn't looking. She asked a question, but she really wasn't looking for an answer.
She wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't.
She had already had the answer in her mind.
Uh-huh.
And she thought that was what was going to come out. And when it didn't come out, it just didn't make her no number mind. So, she ain't thinking about it. She used to him doing what he do, protecting her and making her feel safe. She could give two shits about what he was doing.
And that was her chance to help him feel safe.
Right.
And
And
she
help
didn't
him
do it.
feel loved
There you go.
and seen
And seen,
and appreciated.
for sure.
And she didn't do it.
You know what he should do? Hopefully they don't got kids. If they do got kids, he should go get that paternity test. He should get that paternity test. Get
See
his
if
30,
she- see if he can get his money back.
He said get your $3,500 back.
We
You know what I'm
ain't there yet, but if it happens,
If it
there's going to be a
happens,
lot of guys
it's-
out there looking for their money.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to come up off that guapo.
So, Doug,
Yeah, make it happen for us,
get
man.
a victory for us now.
Get that victory, bro. So listen, if you like this content, if you found anything that you want to discuss from our conversation, please leave it in the comments.
For sure,
You
like, share, and subscribe. Listen, we almost at 30 followers. Help get us there.
Oh, we like
hit
to
the
get to
subscribe
100 so we
button.
can start going live. That would be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
But we got to take a step at a time.
Step
We
at a
at
time.
15. We want to double that. Help us get to 30 and hit the subscribe button. And if you made it this far, leave us a green hearts in the comments.
Respectfully.
One.
Don't forget to subscribe.